for today's messages. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are in a new month, a new week. Do I need this? Yes. Okay. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this new chat. Hello, welcome. My name is Lady Anika, Shamanic Practitioner, Energy and Life Coach. We have some beautiful offerings in the Facebook community. We are having a summit here it actually starts next week. Can you believe it? Woohoo! Starts in 2 weeks. We have a beautiful summit happening. Mental health support, beautiful healers, coaches, leaders from around the world who are in their leadership role, who are speaking, who are practitioners. If you are interested, feel free to join the link into my Facebook community. It will bring you into that space. Also, we have an amazing memberships where we're doing a 3-day full moon preparation activation. Today we started with programming and healing the nervous system. Tomorrow, who knows what it's going to be, but we are preparing for this beautiful full moon in Ophiuchus energy. Gemini full moon in Ophiuchus energy. So if you're in alignment with that and would like to tune in, feel free to follow the links on my YouTube. Okay. Tuning in, getting grounded, connecting to the great and Holy Spirit, calling in the angels and guardians of the East and Earth. Please join us today in this sacred space. Grandmother Hawk, please join me in this sacred space, helping us see with the highest vision, helping us back out from the memories, from the spaces of chaos, helping us see with love and grace. We thank you. Energies and guardians of the south and the fire and the great feathered serpent, join us today as we shift through the energies of the cosmos, as we shift through the energies of creation, remembering sovereignty, remembering our power, and stepping into the spaces of love. Guide us through the spaces of fire, to the west, the water. Great and Holy Spirit, please join us in the sacred space, the energies of the river, the water, of remembrance, through our subconscious, through the spaces of love, shifting of fear, of consciousness into the spaces of the highest mastery within us. We thank you. To the energies and guardians of the north and earth and the great white buffalo, we thank you for being present with us today as you hold the seekers in the spaces of prophecy and memory. We ask for you to guide us today as we master those elements within ourselves, as we master those elements. There, get out, out, cycle, go on, crazy dog, out, go. Crazy dog. Okay. Connecting back to the north, great white buffalo, we thank you for guiding us through the spaces of memory, of history, of the earth. Circling back, connecting to self, connecting to the earth, to the mycelium, to the spaces of love within you. Reaching to the heavens, the great spirit, the spaces of love and creation. Connecting to the cosmos. Connected to the spaces of shift memory, to the remembrance of the sovereign power within us. This will be. Okay. What beautiful guidance would you like to bring forward for this beautiful week ahead? Into this energy of December, but really working through the spaces of the Ophiuchus, stepping into the I hear a healer guidance role. Interesting. They're not wanting me to touch on that today, and that's okay. I see the ancestors. I see the great spirit. I see the sturgeon. I see shifting through the subconscious. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. I'm seeing the sun. I see. What is their name? There's very feathered. So it's like a feathered serpent. Very Mayan historical energy. The energy of creation story. Alignment to reset the zodiacal calendar. I'm seeing a dragon and the energy of creation. The memories and keepers of old, the ancient ways, the histories, the memories. It's showing me the jaw and releasing energy and experiments. Interesting. From the body, from the nervous system. So in the beautiful Facebook community that we are walking through, and the beautiful membership that I have, we've been focusing a lot on the human body and the nervous system, the lymph system, and the neurological structures of the brain, and how this part of our body holds on to those old levels of chaos, trauma, fear, doubt, poverty, loss, lack, and how we can shift that through our energetic body, how we can shift that through our nervous system and reconnecting us to the history, to the love, to the creation of Mother Earth, and the being of the cosmos that brought that space of love and creation beyond the star systems, beyond the star beings, that God source creation. And I'm looking at Sumerian texts. There you go. I'm looking at Enam. Again, Sumerian. Shifting beyond the, I hear Kawasaki and the Anunnaki remembrances, and stepping into the memories of the earth, the memories of your DNA, the memories of the stardust within you that created you. It shows me the heart, and it shows me how the heart connects to the energy of creation, how the heart connects to the flow of frequency, and it's showing me Egyptian tablets. Interesting. And how they created movement from non-movement through frequency. It's showing me deep cosmic heart healing, stomach healing, nervous system and lymph system healing through the organs, through the intestines. So for the next 7 days, 7 to 10 days, we have the ability to shift or heal those spaces of our nervous system and the space of our organs. It's showing me the Temperance card and how we are creating that shift, that energy, that healing within our bodies. I hear the memories of Christ consciousness rises within you. In order to hold those memories, the body must be prepared. It's showing me this Sidesius again and how we're healing our bodies, our temples, our energy from those lack mindsets, old patterns of creation. Interesting. Okay. I see 2 oracle cards. I see Archangel Uriel. Welcome. Archangel Ezekiel. The fragments of time. Interesting. They're showing me the fragments of time and how interesting. This is very abstract. Hold on. It's showing me last week we talked about the broken mirrors of illusion. And Brother Yeshua came through with this really beautiful message about shifting through that illusion energy within us, shifting through the holographic energy within our energy to see beyond what we create as humans, and to see beyond how we can shift our energy and how we can shift our consciousness to see, feel, and understand a higher perspective of energy, a higher perspective of light, a higher perspective of creation. And when we tap into the energies and the memories of creation, we have to remember that we're thinking and connecting to them from a human standpoint. We're connecting to them from a logical brain, a primordial brain, and a primitive brain, which is very, very, I hear Anunnakian, interesting. In order to shift those Anunnakian old patterns through our mind, we have to bring in the rhythms and ribbons of light. I'll say that 10 times fast. When we're connecting to the ribbons of light, it is literally the connection to our nervous system. How our nervous system comes online to wealth, health, abundance, relationships, frequency, ascension, mastery, magic, the magician energy, is how we tune in to creation. When we're choosing what we're tuning into, say it's the Holy Spirit, we are connecting to that within our nervous system, channeling that online, bringing that into a space of creation so we can better be a guide, a leader to guide those through this space and time. When we bring it back to the primordial brain, our brain and our nervous system, when it's triggered for past experiences of pain, loss, grief, or chaos, brings us into those spirals of creation. This is huge for Ophiuchus energy because it is the spirals of creation. The 13th sign is how everything comes back into its either itself or into a new memory of 0 point energy. That's why it comes in right before this Yule time season, because it is the darkest parts of ourselves. When we're tuning into this within our creation, we can reprogram, work with, inlay new things into our subconscious. Hello, beautiful souls. When we are working with our subconscious, it is the water, it's the murkiness, it's illusion, it's old places, old memories of ourselves. When we are bringing in new memories, it's really beautiful. When we are bringing in new memories and activations, we are being that God spark energy for ourselves. We're bringing in those spaces of love. We're bringing in those spaces of higher consciousness and higher spaces of creation. Brother Yeshua was walking us through the spaces of our chakra system and how to heal the body and the mind to become that primordial experience, to become, it's interesting, I hear that primordial experience. This really beautiful energy right here is bringing me to the flower of life and how we can connect to those geometrical structures and energies to create shifts within our consciousness, shifts within our energy, shifts within our healing abilities. There's a huge space of ascension happening here. And if we allow ourselves the frequency of love and allow ourselves the frequency of the diamond light codes within us, we can tap into the higher space of consciousness to shift those spaces in our body, to release those darker limitations, poverty, lack, loss, abuse, addiction. All of these things are all strings in our energy. It's strings in all of our energy. How we choose to act on them is different for everybody, but it's still a conscious choice. When we are remembering that we are the choice holders, we have all these things within us, we too have the memory of creation. We too have the memory of light. To rebuild new structures within us, to rebuild new spaces of love. All of these things is all the frequency that we're tuning to. And when we are allowing ourselves to shut off those old doubts, fears, chaotic experiences, addiction to chaos, which is a big one, we can shed those layers off into this new space of creation. She has become cracks, the dry skin, the dry cracks of creation, into this space of light, into this space of love. Really looking at our daily habits is going to be really important for this next few days, to stay out of chaos and to bring ourselves back into disciplines, devotions. Maybe not discipline. Discipline is a great word, but what are you devoted to? Is it to spiritual ascension? Is it to love? Is it to magic, prophecy? What are you devoted to? And how can you stay in alignment with that for this next 10 days? This is the darkest part of the year here in the Northern Hemisphere. A lot of those fears are coming up to be seen. And for many of us, we bypass them because it's a lot or it's loud. Bypassing them isn't going to bring us to a space of ascension or love. Bypassing them is only going to bring us back into that lower spiral to resurface and re-look at these experiences for another year. I'm like, oof, that sounds harsh. So if you find yourself in a cyclical pattern, or if you find yourself in a space of repeat patterns, what is the pattern and how can you shift that from your energy? It's all energy. Okay, we're going to channel now. Okay, she is showing me tumbling blocks. Interesting. She's showing me huge tumbling blocks, and a part of that brings me to old memories of when they were building I hear Egyptian towers and the pyramids. The pyramids were an energy of power. They were an energy of creation to connect to the higher power to create power here in this earth. Where are we going with this? Jesus, just listen. Okay. Okay, I will listen. Through these tumbling blocks, there was a consciousness, there was a memory, there was a path laid out before them of how they knew how to create said structure, like the pyramids. The magician, interesting. The Heka magic, interesting, was their path of creation. It was their memory of creation. And the more that they were tuned into that alignment of Heka magic or love or energies of the universe, the more they knew how to tap into those degrees of agricultural wisdom. Interesting. It is showing it to me as cross, interesting, like grid lines that were crossed and how to reset into alignment. Interesting. I'm looking at 3 Heka priests and I see Osiris and Mother Isis. When they were laying out the stones of history, when they were laying out the stones in the path for humanity to follow, they were also laying out steps of awakening. They knew that Brother Yeshua was coming to bring them a different form of memory from an ancient bloodline within the earth, from an ancient bloodline within their history. There wasn't a fight. There wasn't a struggle. It was a memory of what path to choose. And I hear I don't know if I can say that, Horus son, and it's showing me, it looks like a golden raven with rainbow wings. Really, really beautiful. Okay, and it's also showing me Brother Yeshua walking the path of memory through the temples of Isis, through the temples of Osiris. He was taught that Heka magic. Interesting. He was taught how to connect to the earth grids. He was taught how to connect to the higher consciousness of love, to awaken the people to the memories that they hold within themselves, to come into a time to shift through the Lemurian temple. Interesting. To shift out of the Lemurian temple, to shift out of the Anunnaki grids, and to shift into a higher space of consciousness for humanity to step into. In order to unleash these energies within him, he walked the steps of the masters. He walked the steps that were laid out before him. And as these temples were being built, as these memories were being inlaid in the earth, we too can tap into those memories through our own meditations and connections to transcendence. Interesting. Brother Yeshua was just a sacred space holder of these codes, of these memories, of the path of light within the chakra system, of the path of light within his historical, I hear dialogue structures in his energy and DNA, like stepping into the Akashic records. If you've ever been to an Akashic records reader, they're tapping into your blueprint in your soul's energy to remember you. They're tapping into your books, your computer uploads and downloads within your energy, within your chakras. If you have a question, we bring it to the Akashic records because Akasha remembers everything. Brother Yeshua was part of Akasha, and those histories poured through him, those memories poured through him, and the activations that we're about to experience for this Yuletide outlet is going to bring you to the remembrance of your power within your light, into the remembrance of the power within your geometrical structures of your DNA, your body, your grids, your earth grids, your energy meridians, and how it connects to new spaces and new timelines. If you find yourself in a space of chaos or in parasitic energies from the past, remember that this is part of your energy, and this too can be shifted. Are you still bypassing creation? Are you still bypassing emotion? Are you still bypassing the memories of who you are and what you're capable of? As we go through this DNA upgrade, we are shifting the tables of time. We are shifting the tables in energetic grids of the earth. It is already done. It has already won. And this energy is shifting, and creation is uplifting into a whole new space of humanity. When you remember the geological structure in your energy, you remember all. When you can tap into the bridges of light within you, you can tap into all. Those energy psychic grids that are connected to you from chaos, loss, addiction, spaces of regression, you are pulled back into that old energy. What energy do you find yourself in right now, beloveds? Is it peace, ease, creation, all things cared for? Really paying attention to your energy. Are you being pulled in many different directions? Are you being clickbaited? When we see you from this higher space of creation, when we see you from this higher realm of energy, we see many of you being pulled into many different directions and distractions that are keeping you from remembrance of who you truly are. You are creation. Creation in human form. The same light that swims in you is the same light that swims in the Great Father and the Great Mother of the universe. The Great Oneness. When we bring these into a beautiful energy of creation, the diamond light aura, the diamond light frequency, we can remember that path of light within. But when so many are distracted by the devices in your hands and the devices in your world, it creates fractures in your energy and fractures in the direction in which you're going. How can we help you ground deeper into you as a being of remembrance? How can we help you ground deeper into the beings of you, of the remembrance of your cosmic gifts, of your divine gifts, the light within you? The solar plexus is a big key. And the more you tap into that energy, the more it will open up energies in your earthly connection, in your earthly channels. You choose where you shift. You choose where you go. If you're in a space of resistance, this too will be restricted through you and from you. Can you be open in peace to receive? Can you be in a space of creation, a space of avoidance or null indulgence? Can you be in both places at once? As you step into the highway of mastery, when you step onto the highway of creation, all things melt around you. Those mind maps, those mental stories that you have kept yourself in for a long time must be shed before you can walk that path of ascension. And you will continue to do that every step of the way. Can you remember that this is a process through the spirals of elimination? This is a process of memory unfolding within you. There is no red pill or green pill. This is a choice that you make over and over and over again. Trust as this unfolds for you. Beautiful. And again, she's showing me the nervous system, the lymph system, the liver, the organs. If you have body ailments, there's a energetic meridian within you to mind map your body to bring in more spaces of healing. It's showing me Osiris and shifting those earthly grids. Interesting, like the matrix energy, shifting those earthly grids to bring in 110, 1101. 110, 1101. Interesting. Okay. Can we express these in more of a human dialect, please? The raven will guide you. The earth walks with you to hold the memories within you. As your chakras come on alignment with a new frequency, there is memories unfolding within you. Allow yourself to be present in this now moment so those fears can shift and those memories can come forward into the dialogues of your creation. Beautiful. Hello, beautiful souls. Energy is very different today. Thank you, Great Spirit. We will see you guys next week. Loving you.